So we are doing exercise 7b, and in this video, I'll be answering question 3a, which says, sketch the graph of each of the following, and we have y equals 3 square root of x. All I've done here is broken it up into 4 steps. Step 1, find x-intercept. Step 2, find y-intercept. Step 3, find another point. We're going to see why we're going to have to do this. And then step 4, sketch it. So let's begin. So first things first, find the x-intercept by letting y equal 0. So I'm going to get 0 equals, whoa, that is way too thick, 3 square root of x. I then am going to divide both sides by 3 in order to get 0 equals the square root of x. To get rid of the square root, I will square both sides, so I'll get 0 equals x. Alright, so that means that my x-intercept will be at 0, 0. So I come here, I put that there, and I'm going to write 0, 0. Next, I find my y-intercept. I find my y-intercept by letting x equal 0. So I'm going to get y equals 3 square root of x. Whoops, but x is going to be 0. The square root of 0 is 0. So I'm going to be left with 3 times 0, which is going to be y equals 0, which means that my y-intercept will be 0, 0. So it's going to be here as well. With that information, you're probably thinking to yourself, well, all right, I know it's a square root graph, so it's going to look like this, but it could look like this, it could look like this, it could look like this. And we have this 3 here, which is going to cause a dilation of something, so I can't just assume it's going to be like a normal square root of x. So what am I going to do? Well, to draw it properly, what I'm going to have to do is find another point, and that's what I've written here. So to find another point, let's make it easy on ourselves. Let x equal 1. So we'll find another coordinate which will enable us to sketch it. So when x equals 1, I'm going to get y equals 3 square root of 1. The square root of 1 is 1, so I'm going to get 3 times 1, which is going to be y equals 3, which means that my other point here is going to be 1 and 3. So I come here, I go 1, I go 3, I say this is my other point. I write it in 1, 3, and that now is going to enable me to give this a sketch. So it's going to look like that. Without this point, I don't know how to draw it. So it's essential that you put in that point. Hopefully this was helpful in answering question 3a.